Kia ora, good evening. After nearly 4.5 years since the Canterbury earthquakes, the Catholic Cathedral is getting a new lease on life with plans to save the historic structure. The plans were unveiled this morning, the Catholic Cathedral being given a lifeline. The church are committing up to $45 million to save the nave, the central part of the church on Barbados Street. And the bishop is pleased with the decision.
Absolutely delighted, because it's been a looming prospect for some years, you know, what's going to happen, and everything seemed a bit hopeless.
The cathedral has sat broken and out of bounds since the February quake over 4 years ago. But now an application has been made to SERA under a Section 38 to deconstruct and demolish areas around the nave and to fully investigate the ground underneath.
Through Section 38 is just to apply for demolition, so as I say, that will cost us $2 million, and we may apply to get some help outside for that, because we're trying to actually save an historic building.
After a numerous amount of reports given to the board, everything linked to the same outcome: to demolish and rebuild. To restore the whole church would have cost over 3 times more than what's currently budgeted.
This is why we resigned ourselves to say that we have to focus on the nave, because the rest is simply too badly damaged to salvage.
But now the focus is on whatever they can save, saying they'll give it their best.
The beauty in this cathedral is in the nave, the interior of the nave. Forget about initially the bell towers and the sacristy. The Mackley said that can be done at any stage in the future. It's retaining the area inside where all the beauty is.
We'll know for certain that whether or not anything can be saved. This is just opening a door into the possibility of saving the nave.
The cathedral is listed under the Category 1 section of Heritage New Zealand. That's the highest of ratings, and has been recognised as one of the finest buildings in Australasia. And Ryan says the advice was to save the main area inside, the rest can be dealt with later.
So I've been in a couple of times, and once when the crane lowered in, it is a very eerie feeling when you see things that have cracked, and the size of the cracks, when you see rubble sitting next, then you see next door to that a perfectly formed pillar with no damage on it. So it is an intriguing sort of thing.
It's a start for the Catholic community of Christchurch, with many other repairs and rebuilds needed for their other facilities. Much of the city's heritage has disappeared after the quakes. The Christchurch Cathedral sits broken, with controversial discussions continuing. But when asked about the church in the central city, Ryan wished them all the best. And as for Bishop Jones,
I can't comment on that, don't know.
But he hopes Canterbury is happy with their decision.
Well, I hope they'll be thrilled as we are. As I say, that here's a building in Christchurch that's stood. Everyone talks about how the beauty of this particular cathedral, and so for the people of Christchurch, we're hoping that we can actually save it, and it's a project they can watch and help grow in the next, say, 3 or 4 years.
All going well, the nave will be restored, and the rest of the church will be fixed over time, hoping to stand proudly once again like it did before the quakes. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.